Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, shapes, sizes, creeds, colors, and everything. I am, of course, SidAlpha, better known on the internet as that guy with a face made for radio. Thank you, trolls, for that. I have made it my own. Yes, I have. I've come to the grips. I've recently come to accept the fact that while yes, I do have amazing hair, when I do manage to actually get it cut in a regular fashion, and I'm actually looking at myself over here on one of my monitors right now, and holy fuck, I really do have awesome hair. I do. Unfortunately, what I do not any longer have is an awesome face. That somehow left me once I left my 20s behind. So I have such donned the moniker, that guy with the face made for radio. However, the hair begs to differ. The reason why we're coming together today is because of the recent controversy surrounding Street Fighter V. Now, for those of you who may or may not be aware, Street Fighter V was released February 15th, 2016, and it was released admittedly by Capcom. They fully admitted to this, that the game was released in an incomplete fashion. The game is actually missing several key components, and several other current components of the game are a complete and utter fucking joke. In addition to that, the day one launch of the game was met with rampant problems with server issues, to which they did work speedily on correcting. However, it was a very, very marred launch, and not something to which any games developer would aspire to having, and was definitely not what could be considered successful. But the reason why we're here, the main reason why we're here, is because I came across this video. I was led to this video by one HipHopGamer. HipHopGamer is someone who is of a very different mind than the vast majority of the rest of the reviewers and online personalities surrounding Street Fighter V. And he is, I don't want to call him a corporate apologist, but he comes across in his video very much as a corporate cheerleader. And something to which a lot of his statements have made me question his dedication to you, the consumer, in his relating video game content to you and everything else, which is, something that I always have to do. I am a reviewer, okay? The majority of my channel, aside from the Star Citizen content on my channel, is reviewing or first impressions reviews or state of the game reviews for those that are early access of video games, to which I always have to ask the question first and foremost, which always has to be planted straight across my eyeballs: how is this good for the consumer? Or is this good for the consumer? If it is, why is it? If it's not, why? What can be done to change that, to make it good for the consumer? Things of that nature are things that I have to ask myself every moment that I'm dealing with constructing a video. Because that is the reason for my channel's being, is to, when it all boils down to, is essentially consumer protection and consumer awareness. Also, as with most YouTubers, a certain amount of arrogance that people actually find my videos interesting and occasionally perhaps entertaining. So, without further ado, though, we're busy going to be, unfortunately, picking apart this poor man's video, and I do feel kind of bad about this, but he has so many things that are just wrong that I feel that I have to correct these, at least for your awareness. And the reason being is because this man, even though he's in, as far as YouTube subscribership count goes, he is a very small YouTuber. Very small, very, very small. He doesn't even have 50,000 subscribers yet. However, comparatively speaking, this guy is a fucking giant compared to me who doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. So, comparatively speaking, he's sitting at like 29,000 and change. I'm sitting at less than 200. So, this is a little bit of a David versus Goliath battle here, which is odd considering our differences in stature, whereas I am almost almost exactly 6 feet tall, and this man is obviously extremely height challenged. But that's unfair of me. That's very, very unfair of me. That was an unnecessary dig. HipHopGamer, I apologize to you for that dig. If it makes it into this video, then, dude, that was beneath both of us, and I'm extremely sorry. The rest of this video, however, I am not sorry for. So, without any further ado, let's get into it with HipHopGamer. Please take center stage.
We're going to run through the graphics. We're going to run through the gameplay. We're going to talk about the controversy. We're going to talk about all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things that need to be said, and a lot of these things aren't touched upon on the big media outlets. And a lot of the gamers nowadays, I feel a lot of them is very spoiled and have this sense of entitlement, and it's ugly. And I feel that a lot of gamers now that didn't grow up in the era of the Atari 2600s and all that other stuff back in the day, if you don't know where you came from, or ain't willing to do the history on where we came from when it came to gaming, then you're never going to truly appreciate how we moving forward. And I feel that's a big problem in the growth of our culture, not financially, but respectfully.
So basically what HipHopGamer is trying in a very meandering, rambling ways to point out something that historians have always pointed out, and historians, philosophers, and intellects have pointed out from time and time again throughout the course of history. Those who do not understand history are doomed to repeat its mistakes. As such, HipHopGamer, if you choose to argue some points with me, let me just let you know my pedigree with video gaming. I am, of course, not in my 20s. I am a fair amount older than that. My first gaming system was actually, in fact, an Atari 2600. Very good, thank you for guessing. Also, a Commodore 64 and Commodore VIC-20 were among the gaming systems that I was had access to growing up. Eventually, in my early teenage years, my parents bought our first PC, a Packard Bell, which I later ended up calling a Puckered Bowel, which utilized Windows 3.1 with DOS 5 for the back end. As such, I've grown up through all of the operating systems and all of the gaming consoles to boot. Recently, within the late 90s through the 2000s up to current date, I have obviously since abandoned console gaming, as PC gaming has offered me the superior graphics and gameplay that I so desired. Also, the games that I wished to play, because there are far more games available for PC than there ever have or will be for consoles. Just a simple fact of the matter, truth. But, just so you know, that's where I come from as far as gaming. Early 80s tech. Up to now.
So now, let's get into the Street Fighter V review and controversy. First thing is the graphics. This is the easily, hands down, the best looking Street Fighter V ever. Like, seriously, this joint look crazy detail. When you see Ryu and you see just the cuts and the way it's drawn, that joint look phenomenal. When you look at Fang and just the design, when you look at Daslam, oh, Daslam looked like a true spiritual monk warrior type of dude. The way they animated his body and the way it moves, like, the game looks breathtaking.
I'm sorry, Mr. HipHopGamer, but I'm going to have to argue with you in regards to the graphics of the game. Graphics means they're using an oil painting style art method for the characters, is what it appears to be. The graphics themselves appear to be somewhat dated, actually. The oil painting style art style is actually something that is done rather often, especially in relation to Telltale Games series and things of those nature. Overall, it's not a bad art style by any method, but at the same time, it's not overly impressive, as it doesn't denote incredible graphical fidelity more someone had an interesting brush stroke on a piece of canvas.
Street Fighter V releases. It comes out, right? First thing, the servers. The servers was messing up. The first day, the first day the game comes out, servers is messing up, people can't go online. Okay, fine. And within that day, or a little after that day, everything is back up and running really good. The game it's amazing. It's working really, really great. You know what I'm saying? But people, journalists, YouTube gamers with their channels, all this other stuff, took time out to assassinate Capcom and Street Fighter V and Sony. They took their time to assassinate and say, oh, this game is broken. They gotta stop releasing games like this. It sucks. Forget Street Fighter V. Don't buy it. I'm seeing all this stuff, right? The very next day, or within the first day, servers is back up and running. Everybody's playing, having a good time. Twitch is on fire. YouTube gaming on fire. Everybody's having a good time. What bothers me about that situation is that the energy, the time and energy that people took to assassinate and annihilate the game because it wasn't working for a little while, the moment the servers and everything came back up, I didn't see nobody making videos saying, hey, it's back up, yay Capcom, hey, it's back up, yay Sony, yay Street Fighter, go get it.
The reason why, my beloved HipHopGamer, that people are upset that the servers weren't working on day one was because they paid money. They paid their hard-earned money for a product that could not be delivered in its entirety on its day one release. So they paid money for something that was broken. Naturally, they're going to be upset. Naturally, they're going to be frustrated. Capcom fixing their shit and getting their shit working properly is not something that you should be going, yay, Capcom, yay, they did something right, yay, they fixed their stuff. It should have been working to begin with. Okay? It's not something to celebrate. It is something that just should have happened. Okay? Can you tell the difference at all? They didn't do any amazing fucking thing. They fixed what should have been working properly to begin with. So people could enjoy what they paid their hard-earned money for.
Every time people, just in general, from a mentality standpoint, when people get an opportunity to spread negative energy, they take it like a football and go straight 100 yards to the touchdown. The moment it's time to eat your words or whatever, or apologize or be positive, people hesitant, or I'll do it later, or just never get to it.
So, you honestly think that people should fucking apologize to Capcom for being upset that Capcom's shit was broken on the fucking day of launch? And people were upset because they couldn't play the fucking thing they paid to be able to play? And people that should apologize for that? Are you fucking serious right now? Oh my god.
This is not a traditional Street Fighter that we're used to. It's on a brand new engine, Unreal Engine 4, I believe. So Street Fighter V is running on a new engine. They got new characters, and it's not recycled. Like, look at Ken. It's a whole new Ken. It's not like a carbon copy and paste of other Street Fighters. You got new moves, new animations. Like, they redid everything from the ground up. So this is truly a brand new birth of a franchise that we grew up on back in the day. This is also the first Street Fighter on the PlayStation 4, on the new system, with a new engine, new everything.
Okay, let me be clear. And I'm sorry if my eyes are getting a little bit red, guys. I'm getting kind of I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy. It's getting late. I need my ugly time. Let me be clear here, Mr. HipHopGamer. The Unreal Engine that they use to build Street Fighter V is not a new engine for them. They've already used this engine to create other games. Your logic is flawed, sir.
Anybody that goes, let's say you go to a job interview and you get the job, right? And then you start the job on your first day. Now, it's your first day. You don't know everything. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to have to learn. But would you want somebody in your ear saying, oh, see, you messed up. Oh, you ain't this. Oh, F you. Oh, like, is that type of energy going to help you on your job on your first day? Is that going to make you better? Or is that going to make you worse or make you say F you back and then everything just falls and everybody loses?
Oh my fucking god. I cannot believe that anyone could be this fucking stupid. Are you insane? Okay, I'm going to point out 2 different examples as to why you're unbelievably wrong, sir. Firstly, it's not their first time working with this engine, so the first day on the job metaphor holds no fucking water whatsoever, you goddamn moron. Secondly, if it is your first day on the job, you go to work, you do your best and everything, and it is up to your employers, your bosses, to make sure that the work you're passing off, which would be them passing the game to the consumer, isn't a bunch of shit.
Or if you have somebody saying, hey, don't worry about it, it's your first day, we got you, we know your capabilities, just work on it, whatever support you need, we got you, boom, positivity. And look at what Capcom did. And it's crazy because Yoshi Ono apologized for saying he had to apologize for shit. He had to apologize for nothing. Everybody need to be thanking this man, because if it wasn't for him and Sony and everybody coming together, Street Fighter, we wouldn't even be talking about Street Fighter right now. There would be no Street Fighter. It'd be only Mortal Kombat, only Tekken, and all this other stuff.
Hold on. I'm going to interject here because I have one more fucking point to make on this goddamn employer versus employee relationship that you're attempting to equate to Capcom and us, okay? They don't work for us. We're not their fucking bosses. They're a company trying to sell us a product. They don't deserve a pass.
How many times have y'all gone through hell to get something right, and the moment you get it right or something go wrong, somebody just assassinate you and say you ain't nothing, and they don't even know what it took for you to get to where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever felt that way? Well, you gotta look at it from the standpoint of a gamer, a game developer. Like, we all go through it. But the best way to get through it is to support one another. You know what I'm saying?
No. Absolutely fucking not. I'm not going to support them when they release an unfinished game. I'm not going to cheer them on for fucking me over. I'm not going to cheer them on for fucking consumers over. No.
People wonder why we got such a divided relationship in the industry. Is because everybody want what they want when they want it, but the world don't work like that. Technology, it don't work that way.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to interject here again. And instead of just blindly yelling in frustration, I'm actually going to try and make a little bit of sense here. In a sense, in a broader definition of humanity and technological entitlement, which is something that we have been seeing an increase of over the past 15, 20 years, Mr. HipHopGamer isn't necessarily wrong. However, in regards to video games and the gamer culture, he is, from my experience, extremely wrong. I've lost count of how many, the sheer vast number of gamers out there who would rather wait another month, or wait another 2 months, or wait another 6 months, or sometimes even wait, in the case of Star Citizen, wait however the fuck long it takes. As long as they get their game in a completed fashion and it functions correctly and it has the features that they were promised. They are actually willing to wait for such things. And in a time not too long ago even, within the last decade even, that is something that game developers did. They pushed back release dates. Hell, sometimes they even still do. The new Mass Effect game has been pushed back. That's fine. That's fine. You go take care of business, okay? I will wait. I will wait for a feature-complete game that functions correctly on launch. And this is something that now this is something that is actually considered to be a rarity. Excuse me. A feature-complete functional game at launch nowadays is the exception, not the rule. And that's what the problem here is. That's the main primary core of the problem, especially with Street Fighter V, where it has been fully admitted by the publishers, the developers, that the game's not finished. They released the game unknowingly unfinished. And that is not okay. At all. I don't give a fuck if you miss a conference. I really don't. But Mr. Hip Hop Gamer here would expect you to believe that they pushed this game out the door because of expectations and because it is what was expected of them, that they needed to meet these deadlines and everything, and that's not the fucking case at all. Ask any million gamers out there, and I guarantee you better than 90% of them would rather wait a short while longer if it provided them a better, more complete gaming experience with a video game.
You guys have to understand, you girls have to understand, is that games are services now. This is not Atari 2600. This is not Sega Genesis. This is not Super Nintendo, where you buy a game and that's it. Games now are more investments than ever. Because if you look at a game like Destiny year 1 is way different from year 2. So a lot has changed in that world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Drive Club. Mad people was hating on Drive Club, giving it 6s and everything, but it's still the most talked about racer right now, even above Forza, and it's sold more than Forza, if I'm not mistaken, because of the way they supported it, the service of it. You feel me? So we have to understand that since games are services, we have to serve the industry too. We got to do it right. You feel me? If there's some BS going on and things we don't like, voice your opinion.
I'm so glad you brought this up. Mr. Hip Hop Gamer. Yes, I will indeed be very happy to express my opinion on this. Games as a service. Let's talk about this for a moment. I'm actually going to lean back and stretch a little bit because this is something I feel so fucking comfortable about as not even be ridiculous. Games as a service. So, games that are basically supported for long term after their release, which is not necessarily a new concept to gaming. It's been around for quite a while. It's been around a lot longer than many of you expect. The earliest instance in game as a service would be your MMO, which would be a very good example of this, where people pay a monthly subscription or a monthly service fee to be able to access the game, the content, and in response to that, the service fee that people are paid, that money goes to the care and maintenance of the servers, the pay of the employees to maintain the systems, the content creators to develop new and continued content to help maintain interest in the game, and to provide more meaningful content for the gamer to be able to play. All of that supports a very symbiotic relationship between the game and the gamer themselves. In addition to this, you have microtransactions and all sorts of other fuckery to be involved, and a lot of different models are based on this, but this is MMOs are a perfect example of a game as a service experience. Now, game as a service, software as a service is basically what this boils down to. Software as a service, which is something me, working in the IT industry, is something to which I am exceptionally familiar with, as means that I work in a company where we actually deal with hardware as a service, such as firewalls and things of that nature. We actually offer hardware as a service firewalls to where we own the physical hardware that a company pays a monthly fee for, to which we provide them the equipment, we make sure we configure it and all that, and we take care of the maintenance and the licensing and the firewall antivirus and the content filtering licensing and all the other fun shit is all on us to maintain and take care of. All they do is they pay a flat monthly rate, and say the firewall dies, then we replace it, and there is absolutely no out-of-pocket cost to the consumer, because that is the service that they are paying for. Software as a service is also something that is extremely familiar in the IT industry. Perfect examples of this that many of you may be familiar with would be the new Adobe Premiere software, which is software as a service, where you pay a monthly or yearly rate for access to this software, including updates and newer release versions of the software as it comes out, to which you pay a monthly fee for. Same with Microsoft Office 365, which is a software as a service, to where you pay a monthly or yearly fee for access to the software and the features to which you have purchased. Whether it be Exchange Online or things of that nature, to where they provide you with mailbox storage, and typically for Microsoft Office 365 it's 50 gigabytes of storage per mailbox, plus a 50 gigabyte online archive per user for, let's take their Business Essentials model, which is basically $5 per person per month for a business. And that is very much a software as a service, into which Microsoft maintains vast server farms to be able to handle the demand for these, and overall it's not really a bad deal. But when we're dealing with games as a service, Street Fighter V being classified a game as a service, don't fucking make me laugh. It's not. It's really not. I mean, they try and do it with a lot of these games with paid DLC and things in that nature. They try and keep these games being fluid by offering new content that you pay for, but it is very much not software as a service. So game as a service, Street Fighter V most definitely is not that.
Let's talk about the story mode. The story mode, we all know in June the cinematic story is coming. We all know that. The story mode in this game is dull, is not exciting. It's just a few pictures and a few fights, and that's it. Ain't nothing exciting about this particular story mode. It wasn't designed to be exciting. The cinematic one is the one that's designed to be exciting. That's why they took a whole new approach. Everybody knows that. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, games are services now. So the game you play today is not going to be the game you play tomorrow.
And to rehash, this game is also not a game as a service. Not all games are game as a service. We've gone over this. There's no reason for me to repeat myself. Secondly, the story mode. Yes, the story mode is complete and utter absolute shit. What they provided to us was a fucking joke, and will continue to be a joke. And the simple fact that you are okay with a company releasing an a blatantly unfinished product to you is disturbing to me. It really is. You, as a gamer, should expect more. You, as a representative of gamers, should expect far more.
Now, another thing I want to talk about is people was talking about missing features, such as things as spectator mode, and they felt that the game was bare bones and stuff like that. Here's a problem that a lot of people have, and a lot of people that discuss like console wars have the same problem too. Most people that don't own a PS4 or don't own an Xbox One, they will look at the PS3 and 360 era and make judgments based off that going into the new era of PS4 and Xbox One. The PS4 and Xbox One battle is way different from the PS3 and 360 era. Way different. So I said that to say this: you can't look at Street Fighter 4 and everything that Street Fighter 4 had and say Street Fighter 5 is missing features, because I don't recall Capcom saying Street Fighter 5 was gonna have this and have this and have that like how Street Fighter 4 had. Street Fighter 4 is Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 is Street Fighter 5.
And Street Fighter 5 is missing fucking features because it was released in an unfinished state, and Capcom said exactly that, you fucking moron. How can you completely miss the fucking point? People are saying it's missing features because it's missing features. Okay? It's not about the fucking arcade mode. I don't give a fuck about the arcade mode. I don't give a goddamn if I ever see a fucking arcade mode again. It doesn't matter. Not to me. What matters is the game was released in an unfinished state. It is missing features. You go! I'm actually going to put on a fucking display here and show you. When you go to the goddamn game and hovers over some grayed out features, they say, this will be coming in March, this will be coming in May, this will be coming in June. Because the goddamn game's not fucking finished yet and it's missing features and it's fucking bullshit. How in the ever-loving fuck do you not understand this? This is not about console wars. This is not about Xbox versus 360. This isn't even about fucking console versus PC. This is about a fucking game developer that released an unfinished fucking game for full retail fucking price with features missing.
And anybody that's reviewing or upset at Street Fighter 5 for not having some of the things that Street Fighter 4 had, play Street Fighter 4.
You heard it here, folks. Fucking HipHopGamer. If you don't like what they're giving you, go play another fucking game. If you don't like that they released a game early and unfinished, go play another fucking game. Good fucking job. Way to go. Someone give this man a goddamn rose. The performance of the fucking century. You goddamn corporate sellout piece of shit. Bravo. Fucking vo.
Any game that you buy, you brought it because you like it and it plays good, you enjoy it. I don't care if it's single player, I don't care if it's multiplayer, it doesn't matter. A good game is a good game, and a good game will always be played. I could turn on Mike Tyson Punch-Out right now and play it all day and enjoy it.
So you're saying that people only buy games because they like that particular game. Dude, what timeline do you think you're in? Okay? People don't get free demos of fucking games anymore. They don't buy a game because they already like it. They buy it because it sounds interesting and it's made to look cool. And yes, I actually have to agree with you on the Mike Tyson Punch-Out thing. I would actually play that game over Street Fighter 5 any day of the fucking week right now.
I enjoy MKX because it's a full game that's loaded with replay value. Hey, King Midway, I'm glad you said that. I love Mortal Kombat 10 as well. I like Mortal Kombat better than Street Fighter, me personally. But you said it's a full game. What makes Mortal Kombat 10 a full game over Street Fighter 5? Is it because it has more, let me know what makes you say that.
It makes it a more complete game because the game has actually been fucking completed.
Okay, I like the game, but I wish there was more. Boom, here we go. Here we go. Shout out to Jay Anderson with that Def Jam Vendetta. Gangster. Justin Torres was going on. But there we go. I like the game, but I wish there was more. Here's what I want to tell y'all. Here's what I want to explain to y'all. Okay. With Street Fighter 5, this is a game that is built from the ground up on a brand new system. Right? They got a new engine. They got all this new stuff here. The thing that's amazing about what they're doing is, somebody said it earlier, and they was talking about how when it comes to Street Fighter 5, it seems like people are more interested in the quantity over the quality, which is very backwards to me. Because in Street Fighter 5, you have an incredible game, an incredible deep game. It looks beautiful, plays beautiful, and when you're online playing against people and you get good matches, it's that much more exciting. You got a major cinematic story mode coming for the first time ever in any Street Fighter game.
Dude, the game's not finished. Welcome to me beating expired equine over in the corner. The game's not finished. You, sir, are full of shit. Your arguments have no merit. Because the game is feature incomplete, and the reason why the game is feature incomplete is because it is not finished. Capcom has freely admitted this. There's no more argument to be had here. Thank you for your time, Mr. HipHopGamer.
So, everybody can sit up here and say, oh, I want more, I want more. We all want more. I get it. But if you're not going to be thankful for what you already got, and you're going to assassinate what you already got, let's say everybody was like truly assassinating Street Fighter 5 to the point where it didn't sell.
You heard it here, folks. Bravo to fucking HipHopGamer. Be thankful for the incomplete piece of shit you got handed to you by your corporate fucking overlords. It's the best you fucking deserve. And if you don't want any different, then just suck it up, because this is a good fucking game. It's incomplete. It hasn't been finished yet, but goddamn, what a great job, guys. What a fantastic job. Really serious, huge round of applause to everyone. Oh my god. Holy crap, what a fucking game. It's just been amazing. Thank you, folks. Thank you all for your time. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? So there you have it, boys and girls. I know I could go on for quite a bit longer because the actual video from HipHopGamer is longer than this one, believe it or not, and this one is already ridiculously fucking long. I actually had to stop and pick up where I left off today, the next morning, because I just didn't have enough time to finish. There was so much to go through, and I actually skipped through a lot. So for those of you that stuck through to the very end, thank you very much. Your perseverance is legendary, and you are a rock star for being able to put up with that much stuff. And I'm not sure if you can hear, but it's raining like mad right now. And I know that I got extremely upset at some parts of the recording, but that is, and it's not because of Capcom and them releasing an incomplete game. Well, Part of it is. Part of it really is, because that's about as anti-fucking consumer as you can get. No, the main reason why I got so upset through the course of the different recordings and everything in this video is because HipHopGamer, dude, seriously, what is in your head, man? I mean, that is what is pissing me off the most, is because a person like this, who is obviously leashed to their corporate overlords, has such a large influence over people, and so many people respect and trust in his opinion. Sir, do you have any concept of what that responsibility entails, or do you even care? It makes me wonder. It really does. So, but I'm not going to keep on beating the dead horse even more. This video has already gone on for way too fucking long. A lot longer than I had originally intended, to be sure. But when his video is over 45 minutes long, mine is, of course, going to be exceptionally long as well. So once again, guys, for those of you that stuck out to the very end, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do all the things, click all the buttons. I am on Twitter and Facebook, and the links for those will be down below if you want to follow me on there. I also have a Patreon where the link is down below, where if you feel like throwing money at my face, I will happily accept it. So with that being said, guys, I am SidAlpha, the guy with a face for radio, and I will see you next time. Hey folks, SidAlpha here. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you want to check out some other First Impressions videos, feel free to click on the link on the left. If you're interested in staying more up to date with what's happening in the PC gaming community, feel free to click on the link to your right. The subscribe button is down at the bottom. Please show your support and punch that evil thing as hard as you can. And once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.